I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Woo! Here I am, baby. Oh, hey! Happy Friday. Whoop, whoop. So, it's Friday. Caught me a little off guard. It's Tasso Talks. I was dancing around. I had one in the shower one time, but I didn't wear, I don't know if you can see them. Nope, you can't see them. I got my Miami Dolphins Zuba shorts on. From the old days of Zuba. Do you remember that? They were fun kind of days, right? We were in the 80s, having a great time. Not a care in life, right? Hi, Heather. So, today, the theme is good thoughts, bear good fruit. By the way, for you aficionados of spelling, did I spell like bear correctly in its use, B-E-A-R, or was it supposed to be B-A-R-E, and then you got scared and thought I was going to be in the shower again or something like that? Are you thinking what you think about? That's something we all have to ask ourselves. We don't think about that much. Are you thinking what you think about? Last night, Phil talked at the very outset of his presentation in the webinar. He talked about people are frustrated and can't succeed on their programs because they have misinformation or bad information. Well, I hope the one thing you have seen in this program is a lot of good information. It's based on science. It's not based on somebody trying to sell you something. It's not based on somebody trying to take advantage of you. I mean, how are we going to take advantage of you? It's been for free for like 67 days, right? 55 days before if you were with us, and now the 12 days of fitness. So, Zig Ziglar said, trash in, trash out. Good in, good out. Wow. We've tried to drive that point home. I know Heather has brought it home. Ariel's brought it home. We all want to think about that, don't we? You know, most people don't think about what they think about. And if they did, they'd probably get a little more reasoning of why things happen in their life. Do you know, now this study's an old study, it's like 2000s. There was a Wall Street Journal article about a study that was done. And the study said that 90, what was the number? No, not 90. 70% of all visits to the doctor's office could not find an organic or a physical reason for the person being sick. Which means, literally, people thought themselves sick. That's right. That's what they were thinking about. That's what their actions. Let's go further and let's find out what we found in Phil's program in the early days of the Alive program. Because everything you're seeing now has matriculated from the Alive program that Phil taught us 5 years ago, which was an active program they did in hospital programs and medical settings, and was an 8 or 10 week period, and taught people about their parasympathetic system and that. He had a chart of the magic triangle and of the big triangle, those 6-pointed solution that he showed at the very outset of this webinar in the day one. And he connected the brain to the mindset to the CI3, the cellular integrity, and intelligence, and intercommunication. And he said, these three connected, you literally worry yourself sick. It's called a psychosomatic. Now, Phil had this name. Where does Phil come up with these? Wait, I wrote it down. Bio-spherical mechanical ecosystem. I'm a BSME, baby. That's what I am. But it was so true. Psychosomatic illnesses. So, 84% of the things that doctors find with us are based on their thoughts. This psychosomatic illness. Now that's a remarkable figure. That comes from Dr. David Sobel, who wrote the book Mind and Spirit Medicine. Let's think about it a moment. Let me just reflect for you. I had an aunt Her name was Thea Matula. She was the sweetest person in all the world. Loved that woman. In fact, she was so sweet that my favorite thing that she cooked was her dessert, Greek dessert called koulibedes, which are the Greek wedding cookies, which are basically butter, flour, salt, more butter, and sugar, and powdered sugar over the top. And you put them in your mouth, they melted. Those would be what Phil would call energy disruptors, right? That woman, I never heard her say a cross word. Her mindset wouldn't allow it. All she could see was the good in people. All she could do was good, to be loving, and as Phil talked about last night, compassionate towards others. And she lived a beautiful life and was a beautiful person all the way through. If you challenge yourself to think every day about how you thought and the information you put in, and here's the thing I think people do. They run around and they try and get into all these different programs that get marketed to us in different ways. But we want to have one strain of thought. You know, the Bible says you can't serve two masters, right? Well, you also can't serve too many different philosophies, because if one program tells you to do this, another program tells you this, one tells you to exercise twice a week, one tells you to exercise 6 times a day, what you going to do? It doesn't work. So here is a very interesting thing. I had to write it down because it's a little bit long. Emmett Fox, in his book, Make Your Life Worthwhile, say, the more you think about the lack of things that are bad times and times that you lack, the more you think about the bad things and the things you lack, the worse life is. The worse your business will be. The more you think about your grievances or injustices that you've suffered, the more trials you will continue to encounter. The more you think about good fortune, the more fortune that is good that will come to you. Think about that in the things that Heather's talked to you about. Think about that gratitude journal. You know, what a blessing this has been for me to be a coach on this team. Because I can bring my fun, I can bring my passion, I can lift myself up by seeing what you people are achieving each and every day by your comments. Knowing that I've done something good and left something good in the world today. But the one thing is, it keeps me accountable to do my own journaling, to do my things that I do, to be ready to speak to you, to do my research each day, to make sure that I have some sort of interesting topic for you. So in doing all these things that I do my gratitude journal. I do it anyway every day, but I do it with a bit more passion, a bit more commitment, because I know that you're waiting for me at 7:45 in the morning to tell you something like that. Last Saturday, 6 days ago, a friend of mine called me from Michigan. He said, man, this is a great program. He says, what's the end game? I said, Mitch, I really don't know. I'm just having fun doing it. I'm welcoming the opportunity to be better every day. And so he says, but there's got to be an end game. I said, I'm sure Phil will reveal one to us. So last night on the webinar, Phil told you about his Alive group. It is a place for you to continue to move on this journey with us. And let me tell you, trust me when I tell you that we have seen a thumbnail sketch of the depth of the science that revolves in this group. In 12 days during the holiday season, we couldn't possibly impart to you the wisdom that we've shared with one another over the last, I think it's going on 10 years that I've been with Phil, maybe 11, in this group called the Be Better Group. I'm excited when Phil asked me to be part of that group as a regular presenter. And I look forward to keeping me accountable to be successful. So Mitch, the end game was the Be Better coaches want to see all of you people, all 5,000 of you, in our Alive group so that we can help move the process of what we're going to do together and having 2021 be an unbelievable year. I'm so thankful for this opportunity that I've been given to be with you guys. It made me think about my Thea Matula, my Aunt Matula, that sweet lady who never had a cross thought, who always woke up and put joy in the world. That's why I dance around every morning to my music. That's why I get to go to work and uplift people, because I've had people like that to influence me and let me know what the true meaning is of my self-talk, my self-thoughts. To get up every morning and do my meditation and prayer and do my prayer list. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get up a half hour, 45 minutes early to get your exercises done, and then to do your prayer list and to do your meditation and to look at your list you made the night before for the 3 most important things that you're going to do today. But you know what it brings? An enriching life. It brings a life of gratitude, compassion, excitement each day. Today, I'm going to go work all day at a thing called Taste of Grease. Why? Because it started out as an idea that a bunch of women made sure they thought out. They thought about it for the last 35, 45, 50 days. It's all they've thought about each morning. And when I see it come to fruition, like I know it's coming to fruition, it's so awesome to be part of it. And we in the coaches of the Alive program, we want to be part of that awesome life that you're going to have in 2021. So for today, I wish all my Jewish friends happy Hanukkah and blessings. For everybody else, I wish that you're blessed by God by a prosperous, joyful, enthusiastic day. And share that enthusiasm. Share your joy. Share your love. And be blessed today, because you, in your thoughts, will make good things happen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you this afternoon at 4 o'clock on the finish up of our last sort of Coach's Corner. God bless.